Hey, probably didn't expect to hear from me again, huh? Bailing was a bad move. I admit it. Soon as I turned around, I picked up Sloane's message. I thought she was gonna chew me out. She didn't. Just told me what I needed to do next. Anyway, I'm here now, and Eris needs me. Needs us. Find me on the Dreadnought. Call me crazy, hell. Most already do. But I can't shake this. I won't. The Dreadnought has one foot in the Ascendant Plane. Maybe that's how she reached out. Find her. She's here. I should have known. I should have known. It'd take more than that. unstable, but we can still do this. Get to the rift, and I'll be ready. You are the one who wounds. You are the blade undulled. Damn it, Toland. She is the blade unforgotten. She is the deep-scoured, vengeance-fed deathless. Oh, hell, just kill something with the damn sword. The Hive Gods were conjured back by their natures. Yeah, I read the books of sorrow. A fella gets curious. Anyway, Eris was the god of vengeance. So go get some. I'm on my way!
Guardian, behold the vast cathedral of my soul. As Hive, I slit Savathun's throat. In doing so, I made an incision into the Ascendant Plane. This became a world. A throne. It will protect my essence and restore my form. Here, I am resurrected. Here I am omnipotent. Drifter.
I thought you were gone.
No. My end was not bitter. It was sweet. This is my vindication. They were wrong. All of them. I am not sick. I am not mad. And I am no lost cause, fit only for self-sacrifice. My throne is wondrous and eternal, as am I.
Always were.
Guardian, I have not sat idle in this place. I have heard whispers through the wall. Is it true? Has the Taken King returned? I formed my throne with the stroke of a sword, as the Hive Gods did long ago. Their tribute in blood coalesced into worlds. You have seen Oryx's throne, his dreadnought, his court, what he called the High Wall. Here, the memory of the Taken King recognizes his equal, his killer, his heir, you. But his sisters will come to claim him, as brother and as instrument of power. Xivu Arath was sundered from her throne as she was sundered from her siblings. She would retake it all and return to their path of death and conquest. While Savathun in her high coven, having claimed the light, wishes to escape. Both the vows made to the worms and the lie that drove the siblings to that bargain. But their designs will be unmade. Their desires, their undoing. I name my throne the High Heresy, formed in opposition to the Hive. Here I am Heresiarch. Here I am Jailer. For my throne will be Oryx's prison. Guardian, I am returned, and my throne is magnificent. A threat is forming on Luna, our moon. It cannot be left to congeal from mere blight to Eversion Anchor. But where there is threat, hides opportunity. I shall teach another method by which you will strengthen your hold of Taken power and shatter theirs. The Hive twist arcane threads ahead of you. Their spellcraft pulls at the gathering blight here, adulterating Luna's crust beyond the Hive's normal perversions. And I hear whispers playing at shapes made real. Shadows of shadows aching to speak words into being. Ogres undergoing the offering. The Hive do not possess this power. Without Oryx or the Witness, how? I fear another's hand may carve these new Taken into being. To Oryx's shrine, I assume to seek the Taken King's blessing. The wizard's ritual has yet to complete. End it here. Into the unknown and prepare for it to reach back. Guardian, meet the gaze of the abyss. Steep yourself in suffocating blight. Invite the horror in. Hold it close. of offering, where the taken submit their weakness to gain strength. There is something else here, calling, rabid with grief. No! Sever the bindings! Unshake this beast now, Guardian! Another foul stain scoured from Luna's ailing depths. You reap strength from their defeat. Hayat.
Oryx. The witness is dead. It lied to you.
We saw the Syzygy sister, and we dove to avert doom. I followed you to the...
Let me cut to the truth. The Godwave wasn't the Traveler. We were chosen for light, and the witness gave us chains. But I can break us out of this game.
Deceit is your language.
We've both been played since the beginning. Look, this is Imaru, my ghost.
Light pawn! Where is my cunning sister? She would never allow such heresy.
And what do you call what you are now, if not heresy?
Enough! Does my blade not cut? Its edge is truth. Do ties not sink my form? Or logic proved in violence?
You're an inanimate object, dear brother. Your blade cuts nothing.
I do not accept this. I will navigate through each manipulation from the beginning, and I will divine the truth alone.
Oryx has shown the flaw in his logic. Faith. Now doubt creeps in. He has long been a creature of singular purpose. Long ago, Oryx sought the worm Akka in the Ascendant Plane, but was denied the secrets of the deep. And so, Oryx slew the worm and communed with the deep himself. In this communion, he learned the power to take.
I prepare my forces for fundament. You will be repelled.
Long ago, Oryx sought the worm Akka in the Ascendant Plane, but was denied the secrets of the deep. And so, Oryx slew the worm and communed with the deep himself. In this communion, he learned the power to take.
Hey, Hero. Got an update for you. Sounds like you and Eris and Sloane have the Taken stuff under control. So I'm headed out on recon duty.
Do you feel that, Guardian? The writhing power within you. Surrender yourself to the cold of entropy. Let it become your blade. You've got a lot of faith in ancient Taken energy we know nothing about. Such is the nature of
Faith. A belief in our ability to subsume the primordial. Faith is curiosity, not fear.
Fear's natural. It's a warning. Respect for what this power's capable of. This is a weapon because I contain it. It's not a part of me. It's a tool.
I recognize the color of grief within you. You have yet to embrace it.
I never will. Power is control. Without control, you have nothing.
Not nothing. Potential. Oryx seeks a path to fundament. The Witch Queen, in delivering truth, has set her brother's mind. Savathun did not expect this reaction from him. Her misstep has created a new complication. We cannot allow Oryx to escape. We must force a confrontation. With the flesh of Akka, I may do so, but the deputy Guardian, we are poised to strike, and strike first. Meet me aboard the Dreadnought. I will perform our ritual where I fell. Oryx will bend to our strength, and my throne will be his prison. Guardian, Savathun and Zebur Arath's forces close on us like jagged teeth. Thwart them. Protect the ritual as I bind the echo of the Navigator to my throne world. I will subdue the Taken King, capture him, cleave him from his throne. He will not escape my power. I will be his jailer yet. Guardian. Magnificent.
Guardian, we have him. Eris's mission was a success. I can't say I'm not impressed. Eris and I have never been afraid to do what needed to be done, regardless of the risk. And now we've captured the Taken King himself. I told Eris that fear is a warning. Correctly deployed, we can send that warning to our enemies. Now the Taken and the Dread hear it loud and clear. You know I was against bringing him here. Eris's throne world was our tactical advantage. But we had to move fast. That's what Eris did. She reacted, and now we have to adapt. This is an opportunity. We've got Oryx pinned. Hold him, Guardian.
Guardian, we are triumphant. With the echo of the Navigator as our prisoner, we have gained ground against those who would subdue us. We must not destroy him. He is a rich source of knowledge. As Echo and King, bound we may interrogate him.
Well, can't patch a hive sword up with the everyday ceiling. Where's that leave us? You're gonna need some kind of taking fanciness for that. More than I have handy. Might be easier in the right place. Got some thoughts on that? I'll leave you a couple notes. Now, if anyone asks, I didn't tell you this. But they can't do anything to you anyway. Been working with the hidden a little. Call it freelancing. I do a favor for them, they do a favor for me. They're squares, but they've got good intel. And they've been keeping an eye on Savathun. We're gonna have to deal with her sooner, not later. Still digging, but when something useful comes up on her, I'll be in touch, hero. You just stay ready.
Your sisters seek to reclaim you. They would carve you into the brother they remember.
The Inquisition of the Self. Heresy. They have changed too much.
For love, a sister would do more than heresy.
Not love. Without our war, without me, they have found failure instead of victory.
You were slain. Do you think your killer, my truest knife, could not do the same again?
A bold claim. You barely hold me here. Though your throne reeks of a familiar ichor.
Savathun, dead by my hand. Xivu Arath, cut from her throne. These are my foundations. You think I barely hold you. Test me, and find how I have used your sister's strength.
I promise that I will. To break your chains with my own might would be a new triumph.
Then prove it is your own might. A victory while I am distracted by Xivu Arath is worth nothing at all.
She would cleave your throne world for my dreadnought to steal me.
By rituals of battle, I presume. I have dealt with them before.
I have not seen these deeds. Not yours, nor those of the Guardian you wield as knife. Xivu Arath must choose an altar rich with violence. Triumph again. I await it.
Guardian, there is a place deep in the Dreadnought that I know. You must halt what Xivu Arath has begun. Or she may yet claim her prize. Once, these cells were kept by Oryx. He imprisoned defeated enemies and discarded progeny to be stripped for chitin and repurposed into something useful. Now this prison is occupied by the Taken, and Xivu Arath's hive come to bring the war to them.
she likes you.
Nothing more than pockets of battle here. You must keep going deeper still.
The deepest part of this prison has seen the most death, the most suffering.
If you cannot bring yourself to provide something useful, be quiet.
Useful. The Dreadnought was made after my memory, but I understand the flow of energy here. You're running out of time.
The Hive and the Taken, and the ritual between them. The hilt of the Worldbreaker. With a relic of a brother's sword, Xivu Arath was cleaved the Dreadnought from my throne.
You treat the Taken as something apart from the Hive. They do have other species among their number, but it was I who made them. They are Hive. And their newfound curiosities serve me well.
Good. You've disrupted the ritual, but something else has stepped into the gap.
This is not my taking. Knife of my slaying. To arms.
You have no authority here. She will not soon be able to try again. For now, we have won. And we have Willbreaker's hilt. He's secure, discontented, but held fast. Do you hear him? Do you hear him intervening any further? He is secure.